This now is our race runner-up and our new points leader in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, our 2013 champion, and that is Matt Crafton. He won the race here last year, almost got it this year, but he's the driver of the number 88 Goof-Off Menards Toyota. Matt, talk about your run out here tonight.
It's pretty eventful at the beginning. I mean, restarts for everything. Like I said, that was where you had to do all your passing. So I said you had to do whatever you had to do on restarts, and they got very, very hairy. But biggest thing is the track has so much grip. I mean, track has so much grip, tires hard, and when you do get somebody on your outside, things are a handful to get. I mean, when you get side by side with people, that's what the problem was. So we just kept working on ours all night. We definitely didn't get exactly where we wanted, just still fought a little tight center off all night, but all in all, not a terrible day.
Very good. And our third place finisher in tonight's race was Joey Logano. He drove the number 19 Reese Tow Power Ford. And Joey, just talk about, you don't run too many of these truck races, but just talk about the opportunity you had out there tonight. You said earlier when you were in here for qualifying, there might be some things that you picked up on maybe that would help you for tomorrow night's Sprint Cup Series event.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what those were, but overall, you know, our truck was fast. It just wasn't fast enough down the straightaways. It handled really well. So in traffic, I was fast, but I could never pull away from anybody. And then at the end of the race there, obviously we got off strategy, had to make that green flag stop, got caught down a lap, waved around. And then, you know, you'd think there'd be another caution, but there wasn't. So by the time I got back up into the top 5 or 3, the 88 was gone, Kyle was gone. And I was just sitting there running wide open, and you were driving away from me, and I was like, I don't know how to go faster. So I wanted a caution because I wanted to have more fun. I was just kind of hanging out there watching the race in my mirror. It's a good race going on behind me, but yeah, I was looking for debris or anything, really.
We'll go Randy Kovitz, question.
Matt, I mean, I know you wanted to defend this championship here, but getting the points lead, I guess that was really job 1 or job 2, huh?
Job 1 was coming here to try to win the race. I mean, definitely come up a little short, but like I said, we were close. I mean, we weren't real good at the beginning of the day. We kept working on it and definitely made a lot of progress with it at the end, but we were still just fought a little tight center off all night. We made it better, but we were afraid to swing the bat a little bit too much there at the end and make it too free, because we did at one point make it better, but I got free in. So I was like, can you do something to help that exit without hurting the entry? I don't know about that. Just leave it alone then. So.
Last year, your win kind of propelled you to the championship. I mean, you just feel tonight, even a second place to Kyle can do the same thing?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have the core group of guys, the same group of guys that we have. And like I said, this Menards Toyota Tundra was fast. We had a very good test in Charlotte when we tested there a few weeks ago. And like I said, I think we've learned a little bit more tonight as well.
Go over to Jim, and then we'll go to Brett.
Jim Miller, Charlotte Observer for Matt. Getting to a part of the schedule now where you're going to race more than once a month. You've 13 first and second in 3 races. Has it been enough time to kind of judge, give you an idea of what you feel like you'll have for the rest of the season?
I feel very, very confident what we have for the rest of the season. Biggest thing was tonight to see what we had, because like I said, the fronts of the trucks are narrower and they have a lot bigger splitter, and just trying to figure out what they want. And we figured out quite a bit of stuff at Charlotte, and like I said, I think we learned a little bit more yesterday. So I think we're heading in the right direction.
Does it help you going right to another?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, not taking 6 weeks off. The only cool thing
I'm doing.
Exactly. A little bit of dirt race and just hanging out with it. I mean, yeah, not a whole lot. The only thing cool about 6 weeks off, everybody asked me, how'd you do last race? We won. 2 weeks later, how'd you do last race? I won. So you got to be the defending winner for 6 weeks in a row.
Earlier today for Brad Keselowski, and I wanted your opinion on it. What are your thoughts on Ryan Blaney making his Cup Series start, and what's it like working with them?
Yeah, young Ryan Blaney is he's a heck of a talent. He's doing a great job, and it's funny, I was talking to him before the truck race here, and he just got done qualifying. He's mad at himself. And I'm like, dude, it's your first start. I said, man, it's don't get mad at yourself. No one's expecting you to blow up the world. You know, everyone's just looking for a nice solid day for him tomorrow. And And I think that's what he'll do. I mean, like I say, he's a great driver, and we look for him to be at Team Penske for a while and be our teammate for a while. And the cool thing is that the three of us are able to work really well together. We're all fairly young and able to kind of relate to a lot of things. And what Ryan's going through is stuff that I went through not too long ago. So we're able to bounce some things off of him. And even today, I mean, he was fast enough in practice that we were able to kind of look at what he was doing in his car and use him as that third teammate that we don't typically have.
Go to the back. Go ahead.
Summer Bedgood, frontstretch.com. Were you guys surprised by the number of cautions, and especially early in the race, and why were there so many, do you think?
I wasn't, as I raced this truck race last year, and it was the same way. I mean, these things are a handful. I mean, Joey will probably agree with that. When you're side by side in these things, they shut the right side air off. They are like ridiculous how loose they are because the track has so much grip, tires so hard, and you think, okay, I can run around here wide open, and then all of a sudden you get somebody on your outside and you can't even think about running wide open, and I think that just gets a lot of people in trouble. And you have to have somebody on your outside that's going to give you a little bit of room. And I think there's a lot of people that don't know any better yet.
Yeah, I've realized that in the trucks, people race really, really hard. It's kind of fun. But like you said, you got so much aero grip and no mechanical grip out there, and then when you lose your aero with a tire as hard as it is, you're gonna have a handful out there. And I think everyone remembers a Cup race in spring of last year. There was a lot of crashes, and this is the same tire, that was ran then. So the fall race last year, we had a different tire that was a little softer, had a little more grip, and the cars were a little bit more easier to handle in the dirty air. And going back to this hard tire again, it's going to be a handful tomorrow. It was a handful tonight. So clean air is going to be a premium.
Any other questions? Excuse me. Any questions in the press box? No questions in the press box. We'll let you two guys go. Good run here tonight. Thanks for putting on a great show.